So we are live. Today is 22nd of May, and here is Brian, Paul, and me, and we start in our quiet America Scrum. Uh, Regarding to messages that I had in Skype, today Atlantic Scrum was quiet too. Okay, let's start. I sharing my screen. Well, let's start, Paul.
I didn't do anything yesterday. I fixed the deploy script for that I was working on before I left, and then I spent about like an hour surfing the web and just reading up on some things that I've been meaning to, like Puppet and some of the, like that Meteor test framework called Leica. And then I basically, my knee was swelling up from just sitting there with it, like in the, at a desk. So I went and put ice on it and just took the rest of the day and didn't do much else after that.
Your profile doesn't download in from Agile Ventures.
Oh, where's their profile supposed to be? Huh. Okay.
I know. Sometimes agileVentures.org make problems. So, what are your plans for today?
I am going to.
His profile's working for me.
Mm. Well, maybe our government starting to delete, like making it slower and slower internet with in other countries. I don't know.
Ah, that sucks.
It really sucks. Yes. Okay, so Paul.
Jobs and stuff, and there's like Ember and other JavaScript-y sort of jobs, it sounds like, that are originally on the radar, pretty far, few and far between, but in Reno rather than in Sacramento or so I'm gonna, I don't know, probably try to get back on actual web app dev and do some JavaScript.
Okay. Well, Brian.
Let me see. I paired with John a bit yesterday. We worked on refactoring some Angular stuff. We decided to swap from using many of the Rails tools to using more Angular tools. Like instead of Rake Jasmine, we're going to use Karma. We're going to get rid of jQuery. Jasmine, jQuery, Mox, and stuff like that, and start using more Angular tools developed specifically for Angular. So it's just a chore refactoring the backend, really. So that's what I paired with John doing yesterday. But that's me.
Strange, my computer telling me that I don't have connection to internet. Are you really hearing me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
No,
Well,
I can't hear you.
interesting. Well, because maybe
Paul
I'm
can't
just
hear you.
dreaming, because when I don't have internet connection, I can't use Google Hangout. But something strange happening. I can't open any website, but Google Hangout's still working. If it won't work, just proceed without me, because I just don't know when it will crash, because it really is saying me that no internet connection. Well, okay.
Right.
Okay, your
Let's
plans.
leave that.
Your plans, Brian.
Plans, I don't know if John will be up later. Maybe more Cordelia Angular stuff. Yeah, other than that, well, yeah, that's pretty much all my plans. Or try and think of something to do with website 1. There's been not much activity there.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, as for me, as usual, I performed scrums, and today I will proceed working on that. Also, I've discussed with Yaro about his new projects, and he's thinking about...
Yaro?
Yeah, Yaro. Sometimes he's going into Skype and we have discussion, but very rarely. And he wants to develop some projects for his company on Ruby on Rails, and maybe I'll try to help him with better things, like to make
Awesome.
products kind of CRM projects and kind of business process management maybe on Ruby. So I don't know, but well, we'll see how it
Well, and
works.
now you're
Yeah.
learning Pega too at the same time, right?
Yes, I'm learning Pega, and I found it
Seems.
very productive things, really productive.
So how do you think would that maybe play into some of what you were talking about with Yarrow to where you could use Pega instead of
Well, the
Rails? Or
problem with Pega, it is very expensive. Like there is no projects less than $1 million.
oh,
I think only licenses cost about like that. Yeah, really, Pega is extremely expensive product, and it's only for big companies.
oh, I
Yes,
thought it was
yes.
like open source or something.
Oh,
No,
Pega, no, sorry, it's not open
it's the
source.
closed source
It's
proprietary.
it's proprietary, and
Wow.
it is as
Yeah,
closed.
Yeah.
You
it's the dark side.
even can't find any
Well, no wonder it's so
courses in
productive.
Pega in internet. No way.
Right.
You can't register to website and receive any information unless you pay for that system, unless your company buy it. So it's really extremely proprietary things and very
Oh.
expensive. So
Well, I hope nobody
yeah.
ever makes a free one, otherwise they'll be in trouble, right?
Ah,
Yeah.
that's an idea.
No, support means so much.
It's very hard to make it for free. Like it's a very
Oracle.
powerful application, really powerful, and the ideas behind it quite good. I saw an article about comparing productivity in Pega and, for example, in Java Enterprise Edition, and Pega about 6 times more productive than Java for making
Ah,
enterprise.
Well, to be honest,
Yes,
there's not many experts on Pega, so
yes,
that
not many.
those numbers will probably be very skewed because you have very few experts in Pega, and
Yes.
there's not really much you can compare with, like Java or something. I don't
Yes,
know.
that's right. But I found that like creating a table and creating web form and making just a simple process of something in Pega, it may take like 15 minutes, for example. When create just for design, and if you're talking about making an enterprise applications, became much more, but not that much. And amounts of processes that can run simultaneously on Pega is very big. It is thousands and millions of processes can be in parallel, so it's actually a very powerful application. But
killer.
That
the
that
demand is awful. That it's really hard to find anyone who knows Pega, and in Russia, for example, really need to pay very big money to anyone who knows Pega.
Hmm.
Yes, because it's not so popular here. Yeah, but in the world, well, it's one of the leading applications, and I found it very interesting in case of using. Yeah, but it's not open source. That is the problem, because I can't create like Pega community and come to me and I make a parent session with you about Pega, and
Right.
something like.
Yeah.
Maybe I can, I don't know, but just interested what problems I would face. Maybe we will start to pay me for not doing that parent sessions open.
Wow, okay, that's one way to earn some cash.
Or
Yeah.
then, or you, yeah, if
For
you're
what?
so, you'd also get paid by people uh, to pair with them about Pega, and so you could get paid even if you're working or if you're not working.
Oh, it's true. Yes, but maybe. Maybe I need.
Pega, pay me to not pair with people.
Yes, I can send them a mail and do it. But actually, it's very strange position because Pega earn money on licenses. What purpose
Yeah.
of artificially narrowing the amount of people who knows Pega? I don't know, because courses are very expensive, and it's it's very hard to entry to that market.
Mhm.
So I just don't know the reasons why.
I mean, I can imagine originally it may have been so that they could control the quality of the people that were using their software, so that
Mm,
they could feel more in control of success.
yes, but it's not the idea behind that because they don't really don't control the quality of people. So I don't know. It should be
Yeah.
something else, And I have no ideas what are the reasons behind it. But anyway, well, that's the proprietary product, so we can't use it with Yaro. He doesn't have so much money.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Mm.
Cool. Do some Rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rails is.
I hope we'll try to find developers who wants to have some practice, in making enterprise level, but for small enterprises, products, and well, we'll see how to make a remote development team because it actually I found that it's not that the developed field, to have remote working, remote developing in Ruby and remote scrums. But
Mhm.
it
Hmm.
seems like only we are making it, and maybe Eric.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think they're
that's
all in
why
pretty
the
much
work
San
will.
Francisco.
yes,
Mm.
in San
That's
Francisco.
not really remote. No,
No.
we're the real remote people.
When you have to
Russia,
start dealing
UK.
with
Well, for
UTC,
example, Brian, you're working not remotely, right?
Hmm?
You working in your company. You
Yeah, I
staying
do.
together, right?
Yeah.
on-prem.
Yes, yes, and actually, I found that I'm using Google Hangout on my work, and I insist on using it for all our people. And even when we have, for example, Scrum, daily Scrum, I prefer to do it in Google Hangout. Like I'm in the one room, they're in the other room. There are also people from different locations, and we're making it. I don't like to make it stand-up Scrum where I can see everyone because I think that Google Hangout is better. It's easier
Mm.
to move through that agile board desk, for example, and uh,
Right.
I just found it easier. And the same for client meetings, for example.
I see.
We can do it the same things in Google Hangout and talking. So I don't see any point to actually to use not to use the remote development. So
Mm.
I'm just doing kind of experiment with it, and I also discussed with my chef uh, about can I work remotely or not, about management. And he said, like, well, I never saw that kind of thing. I saw that developer can work remotely, but I never seen that, like, Scrum Master, like, project manager can work remotely. Well, we'll see. Maybe you will be
Yeah.
able to do it. So I will try to make some kind of pilots about it.
Hmm.
Some
I
some.
I was once talking with a guy, and he said you kind of have to watch out for that type of thing because you're the easiest person for them to lay off if they do have to have layoffs because they don't have to look at you every day in
That's
person.
true.
You
That's
know,
true. Yes, yes. But
yeah. So it's
yeah, in Russia, really, we have so big starving in resources. So I don't think that it is the point, like because we really don't have good developers, good Scrum masters. We can't find anyone here and I don't think that. Uh, well, like maybe if one can work remotely and on one hand and on the other hand not work at all, it will be better to work remotely for Russia, for example, if internet won't be
yeah,
closed here, of course, because anything may happen. So yeah.
yeah,
But anyway, I will try. And with Yarrow, the same situation. We want to work remotely with our team and try to do the good team working from outsource the sound stuff and just I don't
yeah.
know freelancers and from the whole world and try to stick them together by Scrum methodologies and our remote development tools.
Yeah.
What kind of architecture of the of like or you say you're going to do Rails, but what was the eventual app that you wanted to end up with?
I don't know, we haven't discussed it yet, but he wants to make some kind of CRM applications, business process management applications, internet shop, and something like
So,
that.
like,
Many different applications, actually. Maybe we will try to use, for example, open source CRM application and integrate it with
wow.
internet shop on Ruby. I don't know. We'll see. Like it's a kind of idea because Yarrow actually we discussed it, and when he missed for 2 for 2 days, and who knows when he will will come here again. Seems like he's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
busy with something. Yeah.
Yeah, he must be
Yes. Yes.
running his own business.
Yes. So we'll see. We'll see how it
Yeah.
works. If it works, like if we start to doing this. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, okay, well, that's it.
That's a
Any
lot for the
questions?
Scrum.
Yeah,
No, no,
Yeah.
anyone
not for
want to
me.
pair?